If you've been following the entire learning path that Greg and I have been doing for the 7410, it probably won't be surprising for you to note that everything that we've done, all of the demonstrations that we've been doing, the different servers that we've been using, they've all been virtualized for a very simple reason. I don't want to have all the physical servers in my, office sucking up all the power and generating heat, especially when they're just kind of sitting there loping along, not doing very much. It's a big waste of hardware. It's a big waste of power. It's not very efficient. And this is why Hyper-V and a virtualization platform is so very important to your business for the same reasons. Imagine all of those servers that are out there right now that are physical based servers that really aren't doing that much. They're doing some good work, but they have too much hardware. They have too much memory. They have too much processing. They may in fact have too much storage. Wouldn't it be nice if we could share all of that with every server we have, and so that we could better use those resources? And imagine the reduction in heat and power and maintenance. And that's what this is all about when we look at configuring Hyper-V. Virtualization is obviously not a fad. It has a huge impact to your business, both in the benefits that it brings from a cost savings, the benefits it brings to you as far as making it easier to manage, and the flexibility that you'll get from having a virtualized environment. And of course, this has gone much further than just setting up a couple of, virtualization hosts with some VMs in it, and we're kind of happy. No, this is now the cloud. This is your private cloud, starts off with virtualization. The public cloud is all virtualized. This is how we do it going forward. And so Hyper-V, being one of the best virtualization platforms out there, knowing how to use it, knowing how to configure VMs, knowing the different ways that you can manage your storage, get the best optimization out of it, is mission critical to your business going forward. And it's going to give you a tremendous amount of flexibility. First, you're going to be utilizing all of the resources that you have available efficiently, much more efficiently than we had in the past. Your disaster recovery will increase. Your high availability can be made easier and better, and that's better for the business continuity overall. Now, if you're just joining us for this learning path, it kind of helps to see where we've come from as we're now approaching the end of this 7410 series. It started out with introducing the MCSA and the 7410 R2 exam and the kind of things that you could expect from that. And then Greg immediately dove in to show us how to install and configure servers and do the installation. I don't know if you noticed then, but it was all virtualized, kind of bringing us back to our current topic. Now, one of the most important things is so that you can maintain your business continuity is everything needs to be able to talk on the network. And we spent a considerable amount of time looking at those network services, both IPv4 and IPv6, and additional services like DHCP to get your IP addressing out, and DNS for name resolution. Now, with that information, then Greg could take us into installing and administering Active Directory, our most important authentication and authorization service. And you could quickly see that without DNS, without a correctly configured network, that would be a challenge to be able to get replication to work in Active Directory. But he got us through it, and we got Active Directory. Now, from there, we wanted to focus in on some of the server roles and features that were available as well. We wanted to look at some file services, permissions, shares, and also print services that are available to us. Then Greg took us in to group policies and how to manage your environment through setting up group policies and taking control of both your clients and your server configuration settings in a much more easier to manage automated way. And now we're here at doing all of that through Hyper-V, our virtualization platform. So what are we going to do in this course? It's a good topic to talk about is we're going to create and configure virtual machine settings in Hyper-V. This is going to be creating the guest operating systems, getting an operating system installed into the guest, getting applications set up in it, getting it virtualized. Once that's done and we've got memory and processing assigned to it, we want to take a look at the features you have for storage. we don't just have to use the local storage in Hyper-V. We can use shared storage from the big storage devices you have on your network, storage area networks or SANs that are out there. We also want to see the different types of virtualized disks that you can create. There's going to be some performance benefits to some of them. Some of them are going to be more resource management benefits. We also want to take a look at, well, some of my favorites, both differencing disks and checkpointing the system to prevent any oops situations, and you're really going to like the checkpoints. Also, we want to take a look at creating the virtual networks, and this is going to be the networking that both our virtual machines are using, how they can communicate, how we can isolate them when we want to, and how we can get them to talk on the network with everybody else. So with that, let's take all of the information that you've gained from this 7410 series on Windows Server 22R2 and let's virtualize it.